Forward as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
First carry for James Conner. Breaks a tackle. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Mariota to throw it. Dancing to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 38. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 14. What you got? At the Steelers.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 1.
Hey, hold on. Watch 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Flush to his right. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15.
Brings up 2nd and 12. The Steelers 15-yard line.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Good job.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
This will be caught by Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Connor. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll sneak it with Mariota. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Mariota to throw it this time. Being chased out left. And this is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mariota eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chandler Jones in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, it's 9-0. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Play action now, Mariota. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, a 22. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Connor, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
A heck of an effort there on the scramble leaves him with just 3rd and a yard. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run forward with Connor. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
This one taken from the 7. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Get ready. At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson, and he rifles one incomplete. Was trying to get it to Darius Geis out of the backfield. But now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off the play fake, Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Chris Wormley just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now Mariota. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a run with Geis. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got it at the 15. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 41 yards.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Watch 54. Watch 54. Not here.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper as the Ravens push further out in front. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mariota again. Now he's forced out left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Mariota. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. For Mariota. Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there just before halftime. 55 yards. Throwing on 2nd down. Mariota. And that is incomplete here. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Kyle Van Noy. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And he's able to get it out of there. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Mariota. He sets to fire deep. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
On the draw, Connor. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Got a man, it's Brown. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that will get them one closer. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They go play action with Jackson on the move to his left. The quick feet by Jackson. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 17-yard line.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.